Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 27 of the January daily draws. So let's see what kind of message we're going to get today. We'll be taking the first card from the Star of Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Sacred Spirit reading cards. So let's pick our first card and get the reading underway. And our card today is the Hermit. The Hermit. And from the mountain, getting a good viewpoint. And sometimes we have to remove ourselves and spend some time with ourselves. You know, he's up there high up in the mountains, away from things, but also he's got that higher perspective. He can see things further from that high vantage point. So sometimes by removing ourselves from a situation, by removing ourselves and spending time by ourselves, reflecting, can give us a higher, a wider perspective. You know, we get that better vantage point to see what's going on and we get that light that comes from within us that then shines upon the situation from a more objective standpoint, and then we can see clearly where we need to be going, what we need to be doing. The owl's here to represent the wisdom that comes from our experiences and from any guidance that we get by spending time reflecting, spending time calming our minds. We're on about getting to that calm mind state, moving from the choppy waters of the mind to the calmness of the mind. And this is part of it. Getting to that point where we can see is almost a portal forming here. Is what we're seeing is how we're connecting. And the owl's looking at us. If you look, the owl is looking out of this portal. And it's like, find that place where you can feel safe, where you maybe can, if you feel a bit overcome and surrounded by things, get to a place where you feel that you've got the space and the safety in order to be able to reflect, to spend time with yourself, to deal with any issues within, get the guidance you need, know how to apply the wisdom that you've got from experience, to apply those new revelations. And you can see the landscape better. You can see the landscape of your life and the situations around you more clearly when you go into this hermit condition, this hermit state. It doesn't mean that you're going to cut yourself off permanently. I have to stress that, because sometimes if you do that, you cut yourself off from the help and the support that you're going to need as you move forward. But there is value in a time of personal inner reflection where you almost draw back from the craziness of the world around you and get to that calmness of your state, get to that higher vantage point where you can see things in a new light, in a new way, without all the distractions of all the noise and the clamor and everything, the barrage of situations coming at you. To find that place, to find that moment, and it needn't be a long moment, but it's important to take the time that you need. So any of these moments, or a moment here, a moment there, all of these things are important to gain that wisdom and that knowledge that you need to give yourself that breathing space in order to be able to just sigh and just let the stresses of everyday life just melt away for a bit, and so that you can come back to it more refreshed and with a sense of renewed purpose and insight. So maybe as we're approaching the end of this week, this is a time where we need to do that. Okay, so let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. And we'll go there. And I don't believe this card's come out again. And I've shuffled that deck, and it's the same card that keeps coming up. Illuminate the shadow. Well, you're very much illuminating the shadow in this situation here, and focus on the solution. This is where, when you choose to become solution-centered, okay, solution-centered rather than problem orientated, this is where you can grasp the solution in order to be able to move forward. So that's why it's worth taking this moment to do this work, take the time you need to find the answers that you require for the next stage of moving forward. So let's take every chance that we have to do this as we're moving forward. And that is the message of the cards today. And it's amazing that keeps coming up. So it's an important message. Focus on a solution. Okay? We already know what the problems are. The problems are surrounding us. Okay? This is why we need to take the breather. It's the solution that we need to begin to focus on as we move forward. And sometimes this time to ourselves, this time of reflection, can help us do that. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow at the end of the week with day 28. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.